It's gonna be a different video compared to like the goofy outtakes and music and stuff. I think a lot of it was spurred on by the fact that it's October now, but September was Suicide Prevention Month. And I think I've always been pretty open with my struggles with depression and anxiety and about how I take my meds and stuff. I have to take antidepressants. And so, yeah, I just wanted to kind of make this video, I guess, to make some of my thoughts be out there to you. And hopefully, so my hope with being open about my mental health is that it encourages, at the very least, one person to either come forward and be more open about theirs, to, if they're struggling, that they would go and seek help. Or honestly, it's just about removing the stigma of mental illnesses. I know we've gotten better a lot over the last little while, but I still see a lot of misconceptions about mental health and illnesses and that whole side of life. So I don't know, I just kind of felt compelled to make this video. So the main thing that I wanted to talk about is my personal struggle with depression mainly, and how that's impacted my life, and how my hope, like I said earlier, is that it helps someone out there. We're going to get into it. Like I said, it's going to be a very different video than what usually is posted on here. I don't even know how I'm going to upload this, or if I'm going to upload it at all. The pandemic was hard on everyone. It was a difficult time, to say the least. And I think, the pandemic hit us all, for the most part, very negatively. And I was personally hit by it pretty rough, because I was out of a job, and I can recognize now that some, if not all of it, was my doing, but also it had to do with my mental health. Purpose of this video is hopefully for somebody to see, it's got three purposes, really. I think there's three. The main purpose is that to share my story. I've always been, I think, pretty open with my struggles with anxiety and depression. And I feel like I've been a pretty good advocate for that side of human living. There's also the hope that at the very least it helps somebody seek help. If just one person, you don't have to reach out to me and tell me like, hey, I did this because of you. I know that people tend to keep things like this private, especially off social media, because it's not the easiest thing to talk about. And the third one is just to overall remove some of the stigma around mental illnesses. So that's where I'm at with this. Like I said, it's not going to be, or maybe I said it, maybe I cut it, but it's not going to be the same goofy demeanor, I guess, to this video than my usual ones that I post. This one, I think, has been trying to fight its way out of my head and my heart for a long time. And last month was Suicide Prevention Month. It's October today. It's what day is it? It's the 1st of October. I just wanted to talk about how I've been suicidal at many points in my life, really. There are times where I considered it, times where I stopped myself from acting upon it. There were times when I did act upon it, but didn't take, for the lack of a better term. Despite all that, I'm still here. And I think I wanted to talk mostly about that. So I didn't want it to be dark or anything, but there was a point during the pandemic, like towards the tail end of it, where everything was just so tough for me. And like I said, I can own up to the things that I did that put me in the position that I was in. I was just really, really struggling with a lot. And I think the biggest thing that was contributing to my thoughts of not wanting to be around anymore is the fact that I feel like a burden, I don't know if that's relatable or if it's not relatable. Just the thoughts of being a burden to me personally, it's not a good feeling. It weighed me down a lot. And I had put this idea in my head that if I wasn't around anymore, I wouldn't be a burden. All the lives of the people around me, my friends and my family, and my fiance, their lives would just be infinitely better if I wasn't around. And obviously, those were dark thoughts. Those were the thoughts that would keep me up at night. And yeah, so one day I decided that I was going to try to end my life. Not going to talk about how I did it or how I tried, but it just didn't take, I guess. It didn't work. And I'm still here. And for that, honestly, I don't know what to call it. Call it divine intervention or just me subconsciously not wanting to do it, go through with it. Because I even at in the middle of trying to do it, I was still scared, honestly. I was terrified. 2 years ago, I'm having a hard time kind of reconciling that even. 2 years ago, me is so much different to the current me and just much happier these days. I'm more content. And that could be attributed to the fact that I've just got such a good support system. Not that there weren't a good support system when I was at my lowest, but I think now I've come to realize that more. I've come to recognize the fact that these people are there for me, my friends, my family, my fiance, like I said, the 3 Fs. I think what I want to get into is that if you're struggling, reach out, seek help. It doesn't have to be me, like I said. Find somebody that you can confide in and that you truly feel safe having that information. There are many hotlines and resources available to us nowadays. Or, if you want to chat about it, I'm open. I would love that. Be honored to be your safe space. If this video somehow hits you in a more negative way, I'm sorry, first of all. If this is something that you think is wrong or impacting you negatively, let's chat about it too, and I'll talk you through my point of view. And I'd love to hear your point of view. If you think that this is dangerous, then yeah, we'll chat about it. We'll work something out. The last thing I want to do is for this to become a harmful thing. My intent for this video is for it to be helpful in one way or another. I think I should close now, and I just want to say that if you're struggling, reach out. Give yourself that push. Give yourself that, at the very least, you owe it to yourself to seek help. And we all need help sometimes. I have sought help in many different forms over my journey with my illness. I've sought help, and that help came in many different forms. I think the true saving grace for me was therapy and counseling and medication. And that in itself, medication in itself, is a whole can of worms that some people might not want to touch. But if you have something wrong with your brain chemistry, then there is a way. There's always a way. I wanted to leave off on a more hopeful note. And I guess that note is that you are special. You as a person are unique, and you impact the lives of the people around you. If you don't think that it's worth sticking around now, then, give yourself the benefit of wanting to stay for better times. And I don't know when the better times will come, even if you still continue to struggle. It's not a switch that you flip and you go, oh, I'm better. It's a continuous battle. Like I said, I've been, I've been on this journey personally for 7, 8, maybe 9 years now. It's a continuous battle. Like I said, it's not something that, for me anyway, it could be for you. And that would be great. I would love that for you. I just wanted to say that there are better days ahead. I can't guarantee when they will happen. And I can't also guarantee that there won't be bad days, because there will be. I think that you have some better days ahead of you. This is something that I truly wish that someone had said to me during my lowest times. Yeah, there are better days ahead of you, and people want you to stick around. Now, for some of you, that might be hard to believe, but people want you to stick around. I want to reiterate that you can come to me. You can come to me about your problems. I want to encourage you to do that. If you don't feel comfortable speaking with me, speak with someone that can become a safe space. I don't know if this video even made sense. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it makes sense at all. The tone was all over the place. It's like a bad movie. This is also a challenge for myself, I guess, in that I want to get out of my comfort zone. It's not always happy, I guess, but we take the good with the bad, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people see, or I'm trying to help people realize, I guess, there can be better days, and that there are. Yeah, that's what I got for you, I guess. And to my friends, my support system, I just wanted to give, I want to give shout outs, I guess. I'm not going to name names. Hopefully you know who you are, and that I've communicated in one way or another that I'm thankful for you. I love you, still around, still here. And that's because of you. If you're seeing this video and you think, I want that for me, then this could be your sign. This could be the push that you need. Yeah, my DMs are open. Let's talk. Let's chat. That's what I got. Yeah. Love you. I'm glad you're here.